Welcome back. In this module, we're going to talk about how to install HeFPipe. So HeFPipe was designed to work on Mac OS X operating systems, and with all of the example files, requires about 32.1 megabytes of free hard disk space. HeFPipe is run through a command line terminal and requires basic knowledge of command line syntax. And there are many basic tutorials available online. I provide a link to one of them in the user's manual. Dependencies for HeFPipe include R, version 2.15.1 or later, and Python version 2.7.3 or later. Note that Python version 3.x might not be suitable. I haven't tested it with version 3.x, but I know there are a lot of differences between version 2.x and version 3.x for Python. Microsoft Excel is a dependency, and the gfast macro for Microsoft Excel is also a dependency. Most Mac OS X operating systems come with Python pre-installed, but links for Python, R, and gfast, all of which are freeware, are provided again in the user's manual, although a version of gfast is included in the HeFPipe installation material. So I'm going to assume for the sake of this module that you've installed R and Python, but you'll also have to install a number of packages for both of them. So for R, you'll need to install the packages Reshape, RHH, ggplot2, pgirmess, I don't know how to pronounce that, lattice, mass, and performance analytics. And all of these again are detailed in the user's manual. They can be installed from the package installer option from the packages and data menu in R. So I'm going to show you how to install Reshape, which is one of the packages. So I open R, I go to packages and data, go to package installer, and I just type in this case Reshape, look for it. I found it. It looks like I have an installed version. It's the most current version, but let's say I didn't. I wouldn't click install selected. I would also install all of its dependencies, and it's done. It's as easy as that. So you would do that for all of the packages that are listed in the user's manual that you need for R. Now in Python, you'll need to install Piper, OS, RE, which stands for regular expressions, CSV, pickle, copy, math, collections, and iter tools. And the good news is that most of these should be pre-installed in the standard library except for Piper, and a version of Piper will be installed along with HeFPipe, which we'll talk about in a second. If terminal throws an error, and by terminal I mean the command line terminal, which looks like this, if that throws an error while you're running HeFPipe that says that one of the packages can't be found, just search for it online and then navigate in terminal to the directory with the setup file, which is usually called setup.py, and then type python setup.py install. And we'll see an example of this when we install HeFPipe itself in just a second, so that'll become more clear. Alright, now it looks like you're ready to install HeFPipe. So the first step is to download the HeFPipe package from Github. And the link again is provided in the user's manual. But the link will take you to this website. And then just download the zip file here. So I'm going to download it to my desktop. And I'll go ahead and unzip it here. Quit R for a second. Okay, so this is the HeFPipe package. So you can see there's example data, there's the gfast macro, and then there's a bunch of Python files as well as a license and a README file. There will eventually also be a user's manual. But let's say we want to install that. So we open up terminal, and then I will navigate. So a few commands in command line that might be useful. First one is present working directory. It tells you where you are. So right now I'm in users MF. I want to navigate to users MF desktop. I do that this way. And then ls is list, so I can see what files are in the desktop. And you can see that the directory HeFPipe repos master is here, as well as the zip file, and then a directory that contains other things. So I'm going to cd or change directory into HeFPipe repos master. Okay, and in here I'm basically looking at exactly this directory right now, right here. So I'll just type in. You can see setup.py is one of the files in this directory. So that's the file that's going to place all of our Python files where they need to be. So I'll type Python, which executes the Python program, setup.py, which is the Python script that is going to be executed, and then install. Okay, and you'll notice it's copied a bunch of files over into this directory: library, frameworks, Python, etc., etc. Okay, and it's as easy as that. Now all of the .py files are where they need to be.